Hey, welcome back. We got Season 33 War 2 coming up here. A little bit different here, mostly the same, but I did happen to switch over to Path 4 in Section 1. I normally do Path 7 in Section 1 and 2, but for this war, I can't remember exactly what had happened, but it made sense to for me to switch over to Path 4 and have somebody else do Section 1 of Path 7. So that's pretty much the overall game plan. I got about 5 fights coming up. And I think besides 1 or 2, Spider-Man 9099 is the cornerstone of my tag team. So I hope you guys enjoy. So first fight up is this Longshot here. The only thing to really worry about is the insult to injury. It will be likely to make my parries fail. So that's really the only thing to look out for. Other than that, I'm just gonna play this fight slow, kind of like a parry heavy, get some staggers going at the start of the fight to really try to ramp up my debuffs. I'm trying to get the Spectre up to help with willpower reversal. So we kind of start the fight with anti-venom with 2 parry heavies, and then a 5-hit combo into special 1 to really get the accelerated mutation to ramp up the application of his debuff. So yeah, the only thing to look out for in this fight is just the failed parries thanks to the insult to injury. I got 1 debuff on me. He'll apply the debuffs as he throws the specials. But other than that, it's just vanilla Longshot. Not really worried about incinerates because anti-venom is immune to incinerate. And I'm not sure what he was all immune to over there, but yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm still at close to a full yellow bar, and he's about to die here. So I'm just trying to get this parry and then go in for a 5-hit into special 1, and yeah, that's a wrap for him. So moving on to the next fight. First fight down, clean solo. Next up we have an Ikaris on my path in section 2. So the thing about fighting Ikaris here is I'm not worried about the actual nodes he's on because I have Spider-Man 99, Spite's non-concern, Rise to Power is not really a concern. The only thing that you really want to worry about is just your general Ikaris notes. He will get an Energize upon light attacks or a power detonation with medium attacks. So you can see I started the fight off with a dash back. That way I didn't parry one of his light attacks, which would have gave him one of his Energize buffs. So I dash back, gain space, and then after that I basically just stick to parry heavy, and then he won't proc any of his kit on me, so I don't have to worry about power detonations or his Energize going crazy. And you just kind of just parry heavy with him if you can. So on this node combination, not a big concern. I do have Wither that helps with the whole normal power gain and stuff like that. So pretty easy fight, going pretty smooth so far. Just parry heavy your way to victory. Pretty boring fight. Ikaris, I could see why he would be a challenge on this node, but bringing in a rank 4 SIG 200 Spider-Man 9099, not a concern at all, as long as you know how Ikaris's kit works. So that's one thing you see a lot of people make mistakes on in war, is they just don't read and understand the character that they're fighting. So clean solo, came out pretty much full health. Next up we have an Angela here on the kinetic transference aspect of evolution. I went back and forth on whether or not to use Doom or Black Widow on this one. Decided that Black Widow, just eat that combo real quick. Decided Black Widow is the better shout here because, well, 1, if I take a 5-hit combo to the face, I can always heal back up. So that worked out well. And then 2, you get the whole debuff immune thing. So you really don't worry about any of the unstoppable armors coming up because you can't proc the armors. And then because Angela has a lot of like buffs naturally, I'm getting a lot of power gain, which is really kind of feeding into Mystic Dispersion and Black Widow's kit, where when they're immune to something, it gives her extra charges and power gain. So I've been able to keep the debuff immunity up pretty well. I did get one unstoppable there, but easy enough to fence it out. And then at this point I was able to switch over to my power control mode, and at this point I just want to make sure to not like drop a special 2 when she's like just at the cusp of a bar of power, because then she'll like go back and forth across the bar, and it'll really exacerbate the aspect of evolution and make it a little bit harder. But other than that, that was a pretty clean fight. It's a shame I don't really get to use her more often, but she's fun champ, oldie but a goodie. Next up, I have Dragonman on the final shared mini going into Boss Island. Love seeing Dragonmans here. It's a walk in the park with Spider-Man. You just hit in the block, you pause the withers, and you stack the ruptures, and let him kill himself, and that's pretty much how it goes. Like, he's not a very difficult defender for Spider-Man at all. The thing that makes him hard is like permanent power gain, and if you don't want to throw it, then you could get backed up or throw a special 3, and it happens, but the chances of it happening here just very unlikely. And then once you get like 1 or 2 withers up, his power is draining so fast you can hit into his blocks, stack the ruptures, and just watch him go from 0 to like a little bit of power, and then just like you saw like 5 to 10 ruptures all at once, and he just killed himself. So next up, got this Mangog mini boss. Same sort of scenario with Spider-Man 2099. I got anti-venom, so I got the wither up right away. The goal here is to just dash back, proc as many dexes as possible to really keep my wither paused. I died last war to this because I did a bad job at keeping my wither paused, and I let him get to a special 2. I am running an indestructible boost here just in case I do another bad job at that, but I really made sure to pay attention to my pausing for my withers. So I do not want to let them fall off, because as long as you keep it paused, this is a super easy fight. He will rupture a lot. Since mine's SIG 200, when the ruptures explode, the chances of them staying on are very high. So it's really easy to keep a high number of ruptures and really to utilize those as your primary source of damage instead of like a traditional you need to hit the opponent sort of thing. So it really helps up. You saw like huge burst rupture there. I got 15 stacked right now. Fight's going very well. I've got almost half of my wither duration left, and he's down to like 17%. So also like the unstoppable armor, it kind of helps with keeping it paused because they go a little bit more aggressive, so you can kind of like dex more often and keep it paused more aggressively. So easy fight. Last fight I have is an Ebony Maw boss. I did throw on suicides for this one because he benefits greatly from having them here, because he can heal from them and it increases his attack, so it just makes the fight easier. So the thing with Ebony Maw is, you don't get hit in the face a bunch of times and then eat another combo right after that, generally. But if you do on the boss node, it's no big deal. You're going to heal it back up. So really the only thing I'm trying to do is to just get my heavies off. That way I can knock him down. It's pretty easy to do if he goes to heavy, or if he does this special like this. You can usually just tap light once or twice to correct the spacing. Hold heavy, pause, wait for his animation to finish, and then just let it rip into him and knock him down. And I don't think he even comes close to faltering me. Maybe once, but I think I shut it down pretty quick. But I definitely don't hit into him when falter happens. So Maw can be a very annoying fighter to go up against, but with this matchup here, it's a super safe, easy matchup. Fun to do. I love doing it. I'll always get assigned pretty much all the bosses just because my Spider-Man is rank 4, and he basically just face rolls anybody on the boss node. So See there, I was close to falter, but I was able to knock him down and keep him off. So overall, fight is going extremely well. He's almost down. It's just a matter of time. 1 minute in, and then this fight is pretty much in the books. I decided to, just take a combo there just for the memes. But other than that, let him do this, and then that should be a wrap. Not even special required. So pretty clean war. It was nice to bounce back from the first war there where I took the 2 deaths. And it was nice to make a full solo and take 0 deaths on it. The war came out pretty well. I was happy with it, and yeah. So let me know what you guys think of Spider-Man 99 in the comments, and whether or not you think Anti-Venom is a standalone champion, or do you really need Spider-Man to justify ranking him up? So I think he's a pretty good champ, but let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Look out for the other wars that I haven't uploaded yet. They'll be coming out shortly as soon as I can get around to narrating them, and then doing all this stuff for them. So appreciate you guys sticking around. Stay tuned.